Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Zara who loved to explore the world. She was always curious and adventurous, and she dreamed of seeing new places and meeting new people. One day, she decided to go on a journey with her best friend, a talking cat named Mimi. They packed their bags and set off to the nearest train station. They wanted to take the train to the farthest place they could find on the map. They boarded the train and found a cozy seat by the window. They looked out and saw the beautiful scenery passing by. They saw green fields, blue lakes, snowy mountains, and colorful villages. They felt happy and excited. But then, something strange happened. The train suddenly stopped in the middle of nowhere. There was no sign of any station or town nearby. The conductor announced that there was a problem with the engine and that they had to wait for a while. Zara and Mimi were bored and restless. They decided to get off the train and explore the surroundings. They asked the conductor if they could do that, and he said yes, but warned them to be careful and not to go too far. Zara and Mimi nodded and jumped off the train. They looked around and saw a vast forest. They wondered what secrets and mysteries it might hide. They felt a surge of curiosity and courage. They entered the forest and walked along a narrow path. They saw many different kinds of trees, flowers, and animals. They heard birds singing, squirrels chattering, and streams flowing. They smelled fresh air, pine needles, and wild berries. They tasted some of the berries and found them sweet and juicy. They continued to walk deeper into the forest until they reached a clearing. There, they saw a huge castle. It was made of stone and had many towers, windows, and doors. It looked old and abandoned, but also majestic and mysterious. Zara and Mimi were amazed and intrigued. They wondered who lived in the castle and what stories it might tell. They felt a spark of imagination and adventure. They approached the castle and tried to open the door. It was locked, but they noticed a keyhole. They looked for a key, but they couldn't find one. They thought of giving up, but then they heard a voice. "Hello, who are you?" the voice said. Zara and Mimi were startled and scared. They looked around and saw a small dragon peeking out of a window. It was green and scaly, with yellow eyes, red horns, and purple wings. It looked friendly and playful, but also powerful and dangerous. Zara and Mimi were surprised and nervous. They wondered what the dragon wanted and what it might do. They felt a mix of fear and fascination. They answered the dragon and said, "We are Zara and Mimi, and we are travelers. We came from the train that stopped nearby. We saw your castle and wanted to see inside." "Who are you?" The dragon smiled and said, "I am Rumi, and I am the guardian of this castle. I have been living here for a long time, alone and bored. I saw you coming and wanted to talk to you. Do you want to be my friends?" Zara and Mimi were doubtful and curious. They wondered if the dragon was telling the truth and if they could trust him. They felt a tug of curiosity and kindness. They agreed to be the dragon's friends and said, "Yes, we want to be your friends. But how can we enter the castle? The door is locked and we don't have a key." The dragon laughed and said, "The key is hidden in the forest. You have to find it and bring it to me. Then I will let you in and show you around. But be careful, the forest is full of dangers and surprises. Are you ready for a challenge?" Zara and Mimi were excited and eager. They wondered what the key looked like and where it was. They felt a rush of excitement and challenge. They accepted the dragon's offer and said, "Yes, we are ready for a challenge." We will find the key and come back to you. But how will we know what the key looks like and where to look for it? The dragon winked and said, the key is shaped like a star and has a rainbow color. It is hidden in a place that is opposite of what it seems. You have to use your eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and touch to find it. And you have to hurry, because the train will leave soon. Good luck! Zara and Mimi thanked the dragon and said goodbye. They ran back to the forest and started to look for the key. They searched high and low, near and far, but they couldn't find it. They began to lose hope and wonder if they would ever see the castle and the dragon again. But then, they remembered the dragon's clues and tried to think differently. They realized that they had to look for a place that was opposite of what it seemed. They thought of all the places they had seen in the forest and tried to find one that matched the description. They remembered a cave that they had passed by earlier. It looked dark and scary, but maybe it was actually bright and friendly. They decided to check it out and see if the key was there. They entered the cave and found that it was indeed opposite of what it seemed. It was not dark and scary, but bright and friendly. It was filled with glowing crystals, sparkling waterfalls, and cheerful music. It was like a fairy tale come true. Zara and Mimi were delighted and amazed. They looked around and saw the key hanging from a crystal. It was shaped like a star and had a rainbow color. It was exactly what the dragon had described. Zara and Mimi were overjoyed and relieved. They grabbed the key and ran out of the cave. They hurried back to the castle and met the dragon. They gave him the key and he opened the door. He invited them in and showed them around. The castle was as wonderful as the cave. It was full of treasures, books, toys, and games. It was like a dream come true. Zara and Mimi were happy and grateful. They thanked the dragon and said, "You are the best friend we ever had. You gave us the most amazing adventure we ever had. We will never forget you and this castle." The dragon hugged them and said, "You are the best friends I ever had. You gave me the most fun and company I ever had. I will never forget you and this train." They exchanged gifts and promises. They said they would visit each other again and stay in touch. They said goodbye and left the castle. They ran back to the train and boarded it just in time. They found their seat and looked out the window. They saw the castle and the dragon waving at them. They waved back and smiled. They felt happy and fulfilled. They had found a new friend and a new story. They had lived a magical and interesting tale. The end.